please join me in welcoming to the stage MoMA's Chief Curator of Film, Raj Roy, and Clément Ducol and Camille, who made the soundtrack.
Well, Clément and Camille, what a day to have you on stage with us, celebrating this incredible film, and the acknowledgement that you and your company of actors, creators received from the awards body here in Los Angeles, the Golden Globes Association. Out of the 10 nominations for Emilia Pérez, 3 are for your creations, for your score, and 2 of your songs. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I imagine it's a day of lots of speaking and lots of inquiries about what you're doing, so we appreciate you spending this this time with us tonight. And it's great to be back with all of you. Thank you for supporting the contenders here at the Hammer. I was hoping we could just spend some time talking about collaboration and partnership, because it seems to be a theme running through the film, and clearly something very important that you both were involved with. I would like to speak about your collaboration, but let's perhaps, in the spirit of Emilia Pérez, talk about Jacques Audiard and how you came to collaborate with him on this incredible film. I read that he came to you before there was even a script, and it was a 20-page treatment. Is that correct?
Exactly. It was a long, long journey, almost 5 years. And at the beginning, we were very lucky because we had just a treatment, as you said, just 20 pages novel, and there was no script. And he wanted us to be involved from the very beginning of the script's construction. So we were stuck in the Périgord, southwest of France, doing the music. And on the morning, we were just, we would sit around the table, reading the treatment and pointing out the scenes that could be used for a song. And then in the afternoon, we'd go to the studio and writing our music. And Jacques Audiard would, at the end of the day, come and listen to the music. And sometimes there was a sense of jubilation because songs can act as a catalyst for narrative and emotions, and it helps action moving forward. And it's a sort of accelerator that made it possible for Jacques to move for next scenes, maybe faster.
Yeah. And Jacques basically came with questions rather than with the concepts of preconceived ideas or directions. So we were with these questions and trying to answer these questions together and questioning again, the songs the whole way through the process, including after the shooting. And his first questions were: Is this an opera, or is this a musical? Is it supposed to be on stage, or is it going to be a film? Should the characters sing the dialogues or not? When is this supposed to be a song? What should the song be about? And little by little we answer these questions, but still questioning the answers we had found to them until the end.
One thing that struck me about the story itself and the idea of a director, an artist coming to artists in the realm of music, the story, if you just heard the description of the story, right, of the plot of Emilia Pérez, you think, oh, okay, this could be a film, right? A crime story, lots of... The idea that it would also be a musical, that's the inspiration, right? Like, that's what makes it something else. was there ever a time when Jacques was coming to you with this, that he expressed this, the kind of, in a way, the insane nature of what he was asking you to do? Was there any fear on his part to engage with you?
I feel that Jacques likes to go out of his comfort zone, and every project, it's a leap. Comment est-ce qu'on dit, un saut dans le vide, a leap in the unknown each time. And that this time the leap is that he wanted to incorporate songs and to make it a musical. It was his intuition, and it was, it was the first time he went for incorporating so much music in his work, and go for something very popular that is, the world of songs and pop. So we didn't feel fear. We felt excitement, and sometimes we needed to find ways to communicate. And I actually enjoyed the way Jacques communicated about how he felt about the songs, because he used a lot of images and feelings, and I'm a self-taught musician, so that really, I related a lot to the way he spoke about what he needed, and it was very intuitive, and but I certainly never felt fear in the process.
Yes, and sometimes maybe it's easier to sing instead of talking, and to dance instead of, I don't know, walking.
Really?
And and for this kind of subject, maybe he was in mind that maybe we should sing it instead of.
I think he had the intuition that the story was so surreal that songs could help make believe the unbelievable.
The musical can act as a revealer in everyday life for many things.
The next collaboration I would love to hear about is with your language consultants, right? So you're songwriters. Music is a universal language, but language also has very specific cultural significance. And so you're writing, composing, creating these incredible stories with music for Mexico. Talk to us. I believe your language consultants or your translators, I'm not sure how you would describe them. I read that Karla Aviles was one, and Ignacio Chavez. So what was it like working with Karla and Ignacio?
It's true. I usually write songs in French and in English sometimes too, but it was my first time writing songs, lyrics in Spanish. And I immediately asked Jacques, again, Jacques comes with, let's make an opera, a musical, let's pretend we're like a troupe, and the story is set in Mexico. And we're part of a troupe, so, we're not Mexican, but, this is a project. So he never questioned, like, oh, but you're not, are you Spanish speaking? Are you Mexican? He knew, I am French, he knew my work, And fortunately, I took Spanish at school, so I had notions. And I love languages, of course. But from the start, I asked Jacques, I want to work with someone that it would be like a live dictionary. Of course I can use dictionaries. Use DeepL, or, some people told me, go. I didn't want to work like that. So I really asked from the start to have a Mexican-speaking person, so I could, have time on my own to write on the songs and some time with the person, because the days are, you never know when you're gonna need help where there's gonna be a change in the song when there's gonna be questions. So the person was always there. Karla was always there during the writing sessions. And so I would write on my own, and when I needed, she was there, and I could ask her anything, just look at the grammar if everything was correct, or ask for a synonymous, or ask for a very specific cultural notion, or we went through so many issues, questions. And then with Ignacio Chavez, it was more on the shooting. He really coached, checked on the accents, and they both checked on my accents because I demoed the songs before handing them to the cast, and they checked on my accent also. I worked a lot for the choirs and the vocals I did for the score. And it was such a treat to dive into the wonderful Mexican, Spanish, and I loved it.
It's kind of a miracle. Truly.
It is a miracle, yeah. I feel it's a miracle.
So let's move to perhaps the most critical collaboration, and that's with your actors, right? And I was happy to talk about all three of maybe the main leads, but specifically I wanted to talk about Zoe, because Zoe Saldaña is someone, I mean, she's literally, I don't know if everybody, the highest grossing actress, female actor in history, right? Her movies have made more money than any female actor in history. But not many people actually know what she's capable of, because she's been green or blue or in space somewhere. And you helped introduce the world, and perhaps most specifically the US, to the fact that she's Afro-Latina. She grew up speaking Spanish. She's a trained ballerina, and she sings, clearly. And this is thanks to your work that now audience can see that. And maybe as just a test example or a case-specific example, El Mal, right? The song, which is the song she sings in the red suit, I think is the way to describe it. And it's just this showcase for all of what she brings to the picture. Talk to us about collaborating with her on El Mal, perhaps.
Yeah, my English is a bit limited, but
I
think Zoe enhanced our songs, and et particulièrement El Mal.
And El Mal in particular,
Yeah. She gave a lot of energy in this scene, and she's very musical person. She's very groovy, very. Elle est très entraînée musicalement, quoi. Je sais pas comment.
Yeah, Clément says she's very trained musically. I would say her cultural heritage is so rich. She has a natural groove. It was just perfect, and we were very lucky because we imagined something like that for the character. We imagined from the start, before meeting Zoe, we imagined Rita would be the preacher, the rapper, the hard rocker, and we needed someone that's precise rhythmically, that has Zoe has a very steely voice, and that fits her character because her character is a justice seeker. She's a laser. She's really, and she also shows her vulnerabilities. That was nice about it. In Por Casualidad, for example, when she's very scared, when she sees Emilia again. Well, when she meets Emilia for the first time, she goes for.
And maybe we revealed something from Zoe, but she helped our music too. It's everything is linked in this movie, and that was very exciting because we worked a lot from scratch from this treatment, and then we worked for the characters, and then we worked for the actresses who played them, actually. So, and it's yeah, everything is woven together. You know, the actresses gave us a lot, and I hope we helped them to grow up. I don't know.
Yeah, clearly, definitely. And so maybe talk a little bit about that as well, of how you're sharing your writing, your music, your concepts, in some cases perhaps, with these actors, and then having them evolve through the performance. Is that how it worked?
Every song has and every character has a story. I would say for Karla Sofía, we definitely, moved along, changed a lot. What we had imagined, because we thought Emilia would be would have a kind of a grand voice, like, because she's the lead character. So she would be lyrical and like a diva, like, wow, what a diva. We wouldn't have imagined that. And actually, this was the wrong way. And I think Karla Sofia's husky voice and complete lack of experience as a singer just made us realize, well, this works much better because Manitas, Emilia as Manitas, I mean, never sung. Tough guys don't dance, tough guys don't sing, and when she sings as Manitas Deseo, it's the first time probably she sings, and then when she's Emilia. When Emilia sings, it's because she discovers what's inside. So it's not out there. It's more about diving in. So that definitely changed the way we had envisaged Emilia singing. Selena, Selena, when she arrived, changed the game. I mean, we had imagined a much more superficial character, Jacques, too, and it changed it all. And he told us to watch Selena's documentary, My Mind and Me, and that's how we wrote Mi Camino. Zoe is a stage person. Maybe that's what's so strong about her performance. In Emilia Pérez is I think it shows specifically in El Mal how charismatic she is, how wild she is. She's really she's beyond the screen. She's just on stage in the opening scene too. She's really talking to you.
I was very impressed by that with Jacques Audiard because I didn't know that real life could be linked with the cinema, and no, but he always he's very concerned about actresses in this case. Growing up with the film, when he met Selena, he asked us, help me find a song that can tell the story of her as a woman and not only as the character she played. And it's very impressive, that way of working, It was very, very intense.
Many of us live our better lives in the cinema, even especially sitting in those seats. I wanted to end our conversation with a question about your collaboration. And if you could describe your process. I mean, the thing about Emilia Pérez, it's many different films, which again is the miracle of the picture, right? That it's a crime story, that it's a love story, but there's both the fear and the exhilaration of love, right? It's not really shying away from any part of it, and it's a story about partnership, right? That these characters form these partnerships, and so I wanted to give you a chance to help us understand how you could collaborate and come up with something this incredible, because again, it does seem like a miracle that two artists could start from 20 pages of an idea and come up with this song list and this score. So how do you guys do it?
We have an hour or 2 hours, maybe. I don't know.
I felt working with Jacques was like being married with Jacques for 4 years, and we had still are, but actually we're not married, but we were a couple before, like maybe for like 10 years before. We took it for 15 years.
Now it's 15.
So we were already married, before starting this project. So we already had some. Alchemy,
Good word.
of course in the relationship, but also in the way we work. It's not something like there's no recipe. It's not like there's an instruction guide. It just happens. It's intuitive. It's we come from very different backgrounds, and we're very complementary. And Clément comes is classically trained. I'm self-taught musician. I'm used to be on stage, and I'm a solo singer, songwriter. And Clément orchestrates, composes. He was a choir boy as a child. And at the same time, we are both very melodic and very rhythmical, and we probably hear some things in the same way. So yeah, that helped. But then we had to find a way to work on that project. I mean, it's been a very, very long process, and it was very lively because it was the way we worked together was moving along all the different challenges that were coming up during the shooting. I never really got how to work, every scene was so different. We were together, and we were just trying to cope with everything that was going on with our team on set. And I mean, just thank God we get on well, because
It's a chaos.
it was such a chaos.
Creative
I mean,
chaos.
we weren't used to it. Like, it was like, what shall we do? There's so many things. It's already the next scene.
That's what we like. That's what we like.
Yeah.
Life is a creative chaos.
Yeah. And then after the shooting, I remember there was so much work, and we're only two, and only two doing all that is not a lot, and so we just split. I mean, Clément was the orchestra, and I was with the actresses doing the
Creatively split.
ADR. What did you say?
Creatively split, I mean.
Yeah. And we would sometimes, tell each other what had happened during the day, and sometimes we were both at the studio and working very late, and with the kids and all that.
There's also kids.
It's a mess.
Everything we speak together. The kids have been with us on during the writing process. They've been around, and Jacques has been very kind to. It's been a family thing too, and so they know all their songs by heart. And the day we told them, let's go to see Emilia Pérez, there might be some violent scenes, but we'll tell you when. And they said, we've seen them all. we know the movie.
Well, we're very grateful that you're here, that you created this work, and that you shared your time with us. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.